new normal in our post-pandemic world is not just a matter of health, it's also a duty of architecture. Reevaluating our designs to provide for flexible spaces and lesser opportunity for viral intrusion is now a necessity after COVID-19. That's why Buji Royal has envisioned a 3-story compact house that will cater to the changing lifestyles of the post-pandemic Philippines.
There's this very exciting project, again, part of our advocacy. Royal Pineda Plus will always be a challenge with the status quo. And that makes us modern constantly because when we see the issues, the desire, the heart to better, that's our fuel, that pushes us to do it, When we saw this opportunity to do a very modest and a compact house, it's a 190 square meter property. So, and I saw this as a prototype of something that's more relatable for the majority of the Filipinos and to be able to show practical luxury. And that moment, and it's perfect because it was pandemic, to be able to show that the modern Filipino sensibility, the modern Filipino architecture and design is so practical that its bones, its logic, its rational, its intuition are all ready for something that's like a pandemic. Like Juan de la Cruz, our ancestors, how they approach and created shelter and protection for their families, meaning to say against all the predators and the flooding of the area. It's very similar because this area is near the Laguna Lake. There's flooding and of course the pandemic came, and it just all makes sense that when we lifted up the house and we created the service areas, the silong, and where we have the den guest / quarantine room, with all that amenities there, with the garden, with a very passive cooling. And the house really starts from the second floor, the intimate spaces starts on the second floor. And that permeability is still there, the openness and all, that visual connectivity, which I would always want to have in a Filipino house, because I believe we are so connected as Filipinos. We are actually very intimate, but we would like to give space and privacy and distance. But I think visual connectivity is always nice to somehow relate to what is family, because sometimes when the kids grow up, you don't see them anymore in their rooms, But I think this one, the thing that makes it really intimate is again the visual connection. And I think for its size, this is what I'm saying, every Filipino can live in luxury by design because it's created and designed for them. It is improving the lifestyle that they have. It is responding truthfully to what's available and the technology of today. In fact, it was even built by the husband. I mean, he's not even a contractor. Of course, he got some people with him and technically supporting him. But the fact that it's created and built with logic and practicality, I think that's a very basic example and an important example that every Filipino, even if you're not an engineer, you can collaborate and you can achieve a decent house.